Here we go. So good question from Gixxer Squid. Matt, will Lincoln Riley's coaching strategy change given the return of Caleb Williams coaching a Heisman winner as opposed to a Heisman prospect? I think the key insight, Gixxer and other USC fans, into how Lincoln Riley is going to coach. We saw it in the Cotton Bowl against Tulane that it was pretty clear throughout the second half. The USC, like in the third quarter, USC was running the play clock under 10. In early midway through the fourth quarter, when USC led by 5, then by 12, with like 6-7 minutes left, USC was taking the play clock under 5 seconds. And so Lincoln Riley knew that, the defense just needed to be on the field as little as possible. So we're going to see early in the season. And of course, the schedule is backloaded. So we might not really even get a true feel for where USC's defense really is. But I mean, the first several games this season, it's a nice soft on-ramp heading into the gauntlet. You have Notre Dame, Utah, Washington, and Oregon, 4 games in a 5-week stretch. We're going to learn probably in South Bend in the first half of that game against the Irish. We're going to see, if USC's defense is semi-competent. And if it is, you're not really going to see any kind of change from Lincoln Riley. But if it's pretty clear that USC's defense is going to get wiped off the board by Sam Hartman and the rest of the Fighting Irish offense, you are going to see, if the scoreboard is relatively even, or if USC has a lead. Obviously, if USC is behind, it becomes really difficult to stick to your preferred run-pass mix. But if the score is even or USC is slightly ahead, but it's also clear that the defense is just not there, Lincoln Riley's going to try and possess the ball. He's going to try and tailor his offense to more toward ball control, less toward the splash play, because there was a very conscious awareness of that dynamic against Tulane, that it was important to get first downs. It was important to keep the clock running more than getting the big downfield play in the second half of that game. And despite Lincoln Riley's best efforts to squeeze as many seconds out of each play as possible, it still wasn't enough. But there was a definite awareness of, I just got to keep the defense on the sideline as much as possible. So that's going to be the plot point, Gixxer, for USC in 2023. It's going to depend on what Lincoln Riley sees from the defense, and that will definitely affect his approach, because we saw it in the Cotton Bowl. It was a clear awareness on Lincoln Riley's part of just how much of a dumpster fire the defense had become.